Another day, another foundation review. This time we are testing out the One Size Beauty Turn Up the Base BBB Cream. It stands for Beauty Blur Balm Cream, and hopefully this is the last new foundation I review for a while. I feel like these companies need to calm down with the foundations. I reviewed way too many and I'm a little bit foundation reviewed out, but still excited for this one since I believe this is the first actual liquid foundation that Patrick releases. I got mine in the color Light 1R, light rosy. I'm really hoping it'll work for me. I think I went based on the pictures of the models I saw on the website. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. It says Prep It, Blur It, Tint It. The buttery 3-in-1 texture solver glides on and gets to work, transforming the appearance of skin for the ultimate natural beat and flawless soft matte finish. Here is what the packaging looks like. It's actually got this mechanism on the cap and it comes out through the side right here, which I found very different. Okay, my skin is prepped with some magic cream, which I use as a moisturizer and primer, and let's go ahead and go for this one. I'm very surprised that Patrick Starrr released a foundation that has a medium coverage rather than a full coverage. I was reading on the Sephora website and it says for light to medium coverage, use your fingers, medium coverage, use a brush, medium to full, use a sponge. So I'm going to go wash my sponge and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back with my clean sponge and you have to open it and take this off. So let's see what the consistency is. Very creamy, not liquidy at all. I'm pretty impressed with my color match. And let me just go for it. Okay, I'm no longer impressed with my color match. I think it's making me look grayish. And it's not even that it's too pale, it just has too much of a grayish undertone. It's not rose. I can use rosy foundations. I have in the past. Okay, let's build it up on my cheeks and do the forehead. Okay, and this is what it's looking like. I feel like now that it's everywhere, I don't see it as much because I just felt like my forehead had a lot more color than the rest of my face. Now I'm just a little paler all over, but that's okay. I don't actually mind it. It matches my neck really well, although usually my shoulders are a little darker, but again, it's okay. Okay, so I've been taking a closer look at it, and I think mousse textured foundation type things might just not be for me, because you know how I try a lot of foundations and usually like they look pretty good when I first put them on and then they start getting a little dry throughout the day and you're showing some texture like a few hours into the wear test for the most part. This looks textured and dry right away. Now it's weird because it doesn't really feel dry and I just put it on, but I think it has something to do with that mousse texture that gives it the matte finish. Here's a closer look. You can see how like it looks textured on the forehead. It didn't really set well right there. Right here around the mouth area it looks textured. Let me lower the light. See right there how that has a little bit of texture? I find places like that kind of all throughout my face. Right here I'm not loving it. So this one might not be dry skin friendly. And usually on the Sephora website right here it says what kind of skin the foundation was designed for, and this one just says that it's oil free and long wearing and vegan, good for acne and blemishes. So it might be a really good foundation for oily skin, but it doesn't really say what skin would best benefit from this foundation. I just don't think that mousse texture is the best finish on a foundation for me. It definitely looks a little bit on the dry side, and it's weird because it doesn't feel it. It actually feels nice and hydrating, but I mean, I see the texture. It is there. I'm still going to do the wear test. I want to see how it wears, if it gets better or worse, or if it stays the same throughout the day. I'm going to finish my makeup. I'm using a little bit of a color corrector from Charlotte underneath the eye. And I've actually been using the Benefit concealers that I reviewed and didn't love too much last week, because on top of the color corrector, they are a pretty nice brightener. Still sometimes creases a little bit, but I don't know, I've been trying to make them work and I like that they are pretty lightweight. This one is the color Lychee, which as you can see is pretty pink. I figured it would go well with this pink undertoned foundation. And let's see how the foundation reacts to a little bit of setting powder. This is the Pat McGrath under eye powder, so I'm not going to put it all over my face. I'm just going to set the concealer areas and right here next to my nose and the forehead. I think the powder made things worse around my nose area. It looks, I feel like, a little bit more textured than before, but everywhere else it's pretty much the same. I don't know what to do about this texture up here. I'm going to do a little bit of my Rare Beauty cream bronzer. Oh, I forgot I had the One Size Beauty setting powder. I could have totally used that to set my under eyes. It's okay though, the Pat McGrath one is very similar and I like it better. Alrighty, blending that bronzer. I finished blending the bronzer. I put a little bit of lip balm on and this is my finished look for now. I am going to do an eye look for an Instagram reel later. So next time you see me, I will probably have some makeup on my eyes, but this is it for now. And for the time being, all I can say is if you have combination or oily skin, look at somebody else's review because I'm personally not very impressed for this one, but I'm getting the impression that it was just not made for dry skin because it like immediately didn't look very well on me. Anyways, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Back to report on this Patrick Starrr One Size Beauty foundation, and it's been almost 6 hours. I finished filming earlier today around noon and it is 5:51 right now, so almost 6 hours, and I'm here to do a check-in. I did go ahead and do my eye makeup and I added a little bit of blush and highlighter. This eyeshadow tutorial is going to be on my Instagram and I am definitely feeling very springy. So let's talk about this foundation. I have some good things and some okay things to say about it, I guess. Good thing is it pretty much looks exactly the same as when I first put it on. It hasn't changed, it hasn't crumbled, it hasn't gotten drier on my skin as time has gone by, which with me having very dry skin happens all the time. So in that sense, I guess expect consistency. Maybe you'll try this foundation, it'll look super beautiful on you, not dry at all, and so expect it to continue to look like that throughout the day. Me personally, when I first applied it, I wasn't in love with the finish of it. And like I said when I first applied it, I think it's that moussey consistency that the foundation has that I am not loving on my dry skin. Almost 6 hours in, I'm going to go ahead and show you what it looks like. So get closer. I actually think it might look better now than when I first applied it. It has worn off around my nose a little bit, which could be a good thing because it wasn't looking great there earlier. But take a look. It still looks a little dry around the mouth area, so it's not going to be a favorite foundation for me. And here it is with the lights down. If I had to rate it right now after having been wearing it for almost 6 hours, I would probably give it a 7.5 out of 10. And just remember that I do have drier skin and I feel like this one was made for oilier people. However, I do like that it hasn't gotten drier on me throughout the day. That's all I have for right now and I will see you guys later. Okay, I'm back and it is 10:35 p.m. So I've actually been wearing this foundation for around 10 hours or so, and I have to say I feel like I was very harsh on it when I first put it on, and I obviously could see all of the things I told you I could see. It was very matte, the texture wasn't the best on my dry skin, but I feel like as time went by it actually got better rather than worse, so that's a good thing. It wore off right here on my chin a little bit and it wore off on my nose as well. I don't remember doing anything that would like take it off to this extent throughout the day, so I feel like in that sense that should definitely deduct some points. But as far as the dryness, it really didn't get drier on me throughout the day at all, and it did pretty much maintain that matte finish. Barely any oils came through on my forehead. It's definitely not my favorite foundation. It's not a foundation that I see myself reaching for all that much, and I even feel like for a foundation with a matte finish, I can see my pores more than I would like to see my pores. I feel like the advantage of having a matte finish foundation is the blurring capacity Offset Matte Finish foundation, and with this one I can still see my pores, so it doesn't even like help with that. I don't know, I feel like it's just not for dry skin. If you have a different skin type or even dry skin and you tried it and you love it, I would really appreciate you sharing your experience to see like who exactly this foundation works for, because I don't know, I don't like hate it, I don't think it's terrible, but I don't like it on myself. I got you guys a little closer. See how I can see the pores right here? I feel like I did a good job at controlling oil. Like even on my forehead, I don't see that much of my oil coming through. I usually have a little bit more, especially 10 hours in. So I think if you have oily skin, this actually might be really good for you. But on me, it just doesn't look the greatest. I'm curious to see what you guys think, so please let me know down in the comment section. If you found the video helpful, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up before you leave. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here, and I hope to see you back in the next video. Bye!